Welcome back to the regular podcast. It's anything but. We're doing the Marvel Rewatch again, episode 2, The Incredible Hulk. These guys hated the film. I think it's the black sheep of the MCU. Nothing else.
Black sheep usually means it stands out, usually not for a good reason. This movie, I tried to go in with an open mind. You've always been
No, you didn't.
telling me, shut up, I have, I tried my hardest. You've always been telling me that this movie, it's good, it's not as bad as everyone thinks. And I
It's
just,
not.
I can't say that. I think it's deserves all the hate it gets. It's just, it's bad as a movie, it's bad as an MCU episode. It's just bad all around. Could have fallen asleep during this movie or wrote in a book. It was so boring.
Honestly, I think the movie, the only thing good about it really is the cameos and the Easter eggs, and the fact that it's so bad is what makes it good. That's the only reason why I enjoyed it.
You
I
guys are not
enjoyed it
getting
even though
it.
it's bad.
What don't we get? Please make us
You
understand. I want to
you
like
guys
this
don't get
movie.
it, bro.
I want
He's
to.
trying like the whole point of Bruce Banner and the Hulk is supposed to have like this Jekyll and Mr.
I
Hyde
don't see
type of
it. I just don't
personality.
see it.
He doesn't like the Hulk. He doesn't trust the Hulk. He has to trust. He has to trust the Hulk at the end of this movie. That's his arc.
He barely says a whole page of
Yeah, but
dialogue. He barely says a whole page of dialogue. He says more in the beginning of the film in
and also the
Portuguese.
movie can't understand that Hulk and Banner are two different people. They treat
Exactly.
them as one.
Well, they are one, but they're
No, they're
just
two different
Yeah, I
entities.
know there are two different entities, but they are one. They're still linked.
It's just this movie, like, it's so badly paced. Like, we multiple times during the movie, we were like, okay, what's going on? This makes no sense. Why are we here? How did this get here? Like, sometimes I just was just seeing two freaking blotches of color on the screen move at each other, and they call that a movie.
Well, I mean, you got to think about it, man. Universal made this movie. Man.
Hmm.
It was Universal that constructed this. They're the ones that hired the director. They're the ones who did all the casting. I personally think if Edward Norton had full control, and actually, because he actually kind of wrote some of the script, if he had full control and was able to direct this movie, it would have been better.
Or it could have been 10 times worse.
Well, Edward Norton is a good director and filmmaker and actor.
I haven't seen him direct anything. The only thing I saw him in was Lead a Battle Angel.
He was in Birdman. Birdman was pretty good.
I never
It's
saw
like a
Birdman.
It was like a big, like long one shot movie.
Yeah,
Like the
I
whole
know
movie was just
about
one
it.
shot.
I
Yeah,
know about it, but see, that's how boring the movie is. We can't even talk about it. It's so
yeah.
like
I agree with you guys. It is pretty boring.
it's
There
really
are a lot of bad things
it's the
about it. That's why I
shortest
say it's
movie.
the black sheep.
It's the shortest movie, but it feels like the longest.
Yeah,
Honestly, I don't agree with that. That kind of flew by real fast. The very first
yeah,
hour of the movie is them pretty much doing nothing. You get small hints at Hulk, but there's no real backstory towards Hulk because
yeah.
people who are first going into it probably don't know a lot about him. So they want the full backstory about Hulk. What happened? How did it happen? Why did it happen? That's what I wanted to know, and they gave me
But
0% of those things I just
but
asked
I
for.
think the easiest way that they was gonna do it, like to keep the time. I think the easiest way that they was gonna do it was just having that opening sequence be his origin.
Yeah, but it's just the
That
Yeah,
opening
but
doesn't.
it's called
credits.
The Incredible Hulk. It's supposed to be an origin about a character that they gave no origin for, which
Yeah,
makes no
because
sense.
Phase One of the MCU is supposed to be like pretty much just all origin stories, and no, the movie, the first, well, I think we counted like 3 minutes is freaking credits montage. Like I was
Yeah,
saying, is
but
this
that's his
over?
origin.
That's how you should. Then show
That's
it
not a
in the
good
movie.
origin.
Show it in the movie. Don't
They
show
could
it.
have given
But
us
we
an
don't
extra
need
30
that. We
minutes. They could
already
have
had.
given us an extra 30 minutes. I would have been happy with
Yes,
that.
I would have been fine to know
That
why.
means it would have been an extra 30 minutes of boredom for
No,
both of
because it
y'all.
may have been good. You should not open a movie with 3 minutes of opening credits. Because think, if you see this in
Okay.
theaters, you have to go through the previews, go through all that, then sit through 3 minutes before we get to the movie.
That is the movie. That's the start of the movie.
But it's
All right, all
credits.
right, all right,
That's his
all
origin.
right,
It
all right,
starts
all
off with the origin.
right. Okay. Um, character-wise, my least favorite character is Ross. He didn't really,
What?
you know, give the
Yeah, you're
biggest. He didn't.
immaculate.
Immaculate
He
cap.
didn't really show much emotion in
Huge
the
cap.
movie.
Ross was
You have to
actually my
agree with
favorite
that.
part about the film.
I'm saying he was actually pretty good.
But we
Betty
all know.
Ross was actually the
Yeah,
worst
we
character.
all
Yeah,
know who's truly the worst. Liv Taylor. I don't even know her name, and I
yeah,
don't
Liv
care.
Tyler.
She says
I don't like her
everything.
voice.
She says
Bruce.
everything in this whispery.
Bruce.
Bruce,
Bruce.
it's okay.
And it's clear that they like Bruce and Betty had like a relationship together
Yeah,
like
but
before, and they montage through that.
But
I
of
would like to
course,
see their
but of
relationship
course,
fleshed
you
out a
don't
little
know
bit more.
about that. You don't know about that.
You don't know about it
unless
because it
you-
was in the 3 minutes of montage at the beginning of the movie.
Well, I mean, you
Ed
do know
Norton-
about it. I mean, they hint at the relationship.
Ed
They say that.
Norton.
The only
he
thing they
does an
hint at
okay
is having a
job.
picture of her. He could be a stalker. You don't know
Yeah.
that.
Ed Norton.
But
he
she
does
was
an
in
okay
the
job
beginning
in
of the movie. He
Barely.
put her in the hospital.
Not enough.
He doesn't. Ed Norton's not bad in the movie. Like he's a good actor, but he's just not really bringing much emotion to Bruce. Except for
Well, I mean, that's
don't
one of
like
the
me when
things.
I'm
That's one of the
angry.
things that early Bruce Banner, like before the MCU guy got his thing, early Bruce Banner, he was just like this bland guy. You know what I mean?
But
He wasn't meant to be like the funny guy.
That's what I
like they made
liked
him
about
now.
Ruffalo, like how they made him like not in the later movies, but in like the phase 1 to 3, I think, or 1 to 2, and like they kind of made him like this somber guy who like he was just like bumbling around, scared that if he one tick might set him off. And Age of
Yeah.
Ultron, he was really good when he said, "Piss me off, go ahead," or "Go ahead, piss me off." I really liked him. Ed Norton in this movie, he's not really like special or anything. He's just like there.
I would
Edward
not like to
Norton-
see him as the Avengers Hulk. I just couldn't stand through it.
Yeah.
I mean, Edward Norton's Hulk. Yeah, his Hulk is bad, but I like his Banner. His Bruce Banner is pretty good.
Bruce Banner would have been better if he just brought more emotion to the table, And Abomination, Blondikai.
Blonde Elijah,
Simp.
Blonde Kai.
Dude, he was.
Simp. Oh yeah, on
Was
God,
he the
on
villain?
God, Banner was a simp though.
He was.
Banner and Betty was a simp.
No, Hulk was a simp, dude.
Hulk
Blonsky was very like one-page villain. Like it was like
Yeah,
how we
but-
talked about in Iron Man, like how the third act of
Yeah.
these movies like really falls apart. But in this movie's case, it's the whole movie. Sorry.
Yeah, but I like the fact that I like the different conflicts between Banner and Blonsky. I like the fact that Banner wants to get rid of the Hulk while Blonsky wants to become that being. He wants to become that creature, and he wants strength. And I think that's one of the reasons why I like him as a villain. He has a very cool kind of motivation a little bit.
He just seems crazy. Like after they
Yeah.
inject them and his acting. Oh my God, we should
But I
have
mean-
talked about this, but the acting all across the board is not very good. Like remember what did he say? When they walked
Edward
in the
Norton and
hallway?
William Hurt are the
He was
only
talking
people
about-
that have the good acting.
Yes, sir. Like he said it so monotone and
Oh, yeah.
bland.
He said, "Yes, sir."
Davis,
Oh,
you haven't
oh.
said much. I have a feeling that's for a reason.
No, I'm not doing anything. I'm just listening here because it's more entertaining to hear about this garbage movie and how Sterling
not
thinks
garbage.
It's good.
It is.
This
It is
movie
good.
is terrible.
It's so
The
It's
bad.
best
good.
thing about this movie, the two best things, was Tony Stark
Exactly.
and
Tony
the
Stark.
weapons program, the Wolverine reference. That's the
It
only
wasn't
things I liked.
Wolverine. Like
Ain't
this
no
It was-
Wolverine reference.
Well, that's
dude.
in Wolverine.
It was the freaking weapons thing.
It was not
Forgot what it's called.
Wolverine.
It was not Wolverine, but it was hinting towards Wolverine.
And also the side character. What was that dude's name? I forgot his name. Mr. Blue.
Wait, what?
Dude,
The
I freaking
leader?
hated him.
The
The
leader?
lead. Yes, the freaking.
No, bro. We need to talk about Dawn.
her boyfriend
Let's
that
talk
she just
about
dumped
Dawn.
as soon as she saw Bruce.
Oh God, talking
This
about
man was
some-
trying to
oh,
stand
is everything
up to
okay?
Ross. This man was trying to stand up to Ross. Like, who are you? Sit down. No one cares about you. Oh, this movie is
Like
just-
we never seen him anywhere in the movie after that point.
and this dude just want to come in and act tough. Like, nobody cares about you. Nobody will
That's
care.
crazy.
It's just a lot of the movies do that where they just have the boyfriend that no one cares about because then they're obviously gonna get replaced.
Yeah, with the original boyfriend.
The extras in this movie were very funny though, just like the random Marines. Like if they weren't funny in a good way, they were funny in a bad way because you see, shoot her, shoot him. You have a clear shot. He's running.
Like
in a
they were,
straight path.
they weren't doing
Shoot
anything.
him. My God, This movie has the worst characters.
Wasn't even like. I mean, the characters okay. Like the characters are okay in my book. You know,
I feel like
the
some of the
story.
conversations were out of place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like the story wise, I felt like it didn't really flow very
Yeah,
well.
that's what I'm saying.
You know,
Like, I don't. We just watched the movie. What is it? 20 minutes ago. I don't remember the plot of the movie.
yeah.
Like,
Like I just remembered the Brazil scenes. If I think hard enough, I'm gonna remember this
like
movie.
you listeners, like you have to watch this movie to understand how bad it is at telling a story to you.
It's not even that bad. But
It's horrible. It's so
not
bad.
horrible. No movie is horrible.
That's what I thought before I watched it. That's
No
what I thought.
MCU movie is horrible.
It's not completely horrible. Just small things I like about it, which we'll get into in a little bit. But it doesn't make sense. Like, tell me the plot of this movie as best as you can right now.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Bruce Banner is actually hiding away in Brazil, and he's trying to get he's trying to get rid of the bro.
The
He's
whole
trying to
plot
get rid of.
It's only a few words. Ross wants Hulk. That's all.
That's pretty
all I
much.
really
Yeah,
know.
and Banner
Continue, Stan,
Banner is on the
continue.
run.
No.
Yep. So Banner is
cares
on the
if Banner's
run
on the
from the
run.
government because Ross wants to use the Hulk as a weapon.
Oh, you talking about the
For
stuff
Let's
we
be
saw in
honest,
the
soldier.
montage?
Everyone who watches this movie, no one cares about Banner. We just care about Hulk. That's something we want to know about.
Well, I care.
Yeah,
about
like
Banner.
that's one of the criticisms
Yeah.
with the story.
It wasn't
The
very
story
good
makes it
as Hulk.
Yeah, the story makes it so hard for you to actually
Like
root for this
connect with-
character. Exactly.
And, the movie
Because-
treats it as like you've known Hawk the whole time. Like everyone knows who Bruce Banner is. You know,
Well, I mean, we
before
do.
this, all people had was what animated shows and Ang Lee Hawk.
And the Incredible Hulk series.
Yeah,
That's
on,
why they
that
put
was-
Lou Ferrigno in there.
but think people who just
Those series was actually pretty well made.
I never
People
saw
like
them. I
those
can't
series.
talk about them. But people
Daredevil
going into
was
this
in it,
movie
but-
for the first time in 2008 in theaters, like just imagine you don't know anything about the Hulk. You just see, oh, this is in the cinematic universe that started in Iron Man. You wouldn't. I don't think you.
But
would
they
wanna
didn't even
root
know
for
that
Hulk.
it. But they didn't even know that it was after Iron Man. They just thought it was just a regular movie.
But you know
because
what I mean.
This
I
movie
mean,
came
until
out
that
a
end
month
credit
after.
scene.
Yeah, you
Until that
see
end credit
Marvel.
scene, that's-
Yeah.
You see Marvel and you associate it with Iron Man and stuff. But like this,
But you know,
But, like-
no one really knew Iron Man then, so
Yeah. People wasn't really talking about it like
Mhm.
after the movie. It was like 1 month. Actually, people was more excited for the Incredible Hulk.
I know, and I feel bad for those people
I-
because I know they were
I read
very let
articles-
down.
Yeah, I read articles like a couple of days ago. Like they said, a lot of people were like more excited for the Incredible Hulk, Dark Knight, more than Iron Man.
Yeah, but this movie is like it's very generic. I know Davis said that while watching the movie. It's just guy has power, government wants to take power from him. Guy says no, government chases guy, and then there's also a girlfriend side plot thrown in there. It's just
Yep.
not good. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Stan.
and the story. But I get it. You know, you guys have like your viewpoints on it. I still think the movie was okay in my book. I enjoyed it.
Tell us, please elaborate on this story. Like
Like,
how can you like this?
But I like the fact that like how many times like I have to say it. I like the fact that it's a Mr. Jekyll and Hyde story.
Mhm.
I like that aspect.
Yeah,
I like the fact that
yeah, the
I
premise
like
was
the fact
cool.
that he wants to get it away. Like he wants to
Yeah.
get this monster out of him, but then he also has to entrust the monster inside of
See,
him
that's-
in order to save his life.
That's where I.
That's
disagree
one of the
with-
things that I like.
You've always told me that's your main thing about this movie, how he's living with the monster and he wants to get rid of it. But the dude doesn't barely speak in the movie. He barely says anything about Hulk besides talking
Yeah, but
to
we
this
see it
dude.
through visuals.
Yes,
We
but
see
the
it through visuals.
You show us, but people say show don't tell, but you need to tell us something. Like he barely. I don't even think Banner like talks directly about the Hulk as his own person. Like he
He
says, it's a
did,
disease.
and
It's a disease.
He did in the car scene. Remember when it was in the truck? Talking about it.
No,
Yeah, but
I
he
don't
referred to
remember.
it as
I don't
it.
remember.
he referred Hulk as it,
This,
which really didn't really feel
this movie
didn't feel that good as a broad connection, you know.
It's just not that memorable. Like you gotta say this movie is forgettable. You got it.
It is forgettable. That's why they call it the black sheep of the MCU,
I won't
especially
remember
because
it
they
tomorrow
try to.
morning.
I don't think a black sheep would be forgettable, Sterling.
Yeah, a black sheep usually means it
What?
stands out. but this movie it stands out,
Yeah, it
but because
stands
it's
out. Yeah,
horrible. It's
exactly.
horrible.
So Black Sheep, it stands out.
But
Black Sheeps aren't horrible though. This is screw the analogy.
all right,
Yeah.
we
And
need to
like they
talk about.
even
No, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah,
Finish.
my bad. They even make it to where like the hero doesn't want to turn into the Hulk. Bruce Banner is not really a hero in the story.
But the thing
So
is, for the
He's
hero,
nothing on this
you
story.
have to have a good villain to support him, and the villain in this
yeah,
movie, like,
There's actually not that much of a fine line villain
I don't.
until the very
yeah, it's
last
just
20
like a
minutes.
dude,
Yeah,
just a
and I
soldier
don't know
chasing.
his. I really don't know like his motivation. All I know is that he wants to get
He's
stronger.
crazy. I
He
think he's
wants
just
strength.
crazy.
No, he got crazy off the super soldier serum. No.
But why? Like, you can. I don't know what to say about him because he's just. All right, let's talk about Blonsky first, and then we'll talk about
The
Abomination.
abomination. That is abomination.
But Blonsky, like in the beginning, before he takes the serum, like he's just kind of an ass.
Yeah, he's like one of those. He's just that random
Tough
Marine
guy,
guy,
soldier.
Army
I've
guy.
been doing this
Yeah,
for too long. Very
that's
generic.
a daredevil. Yeah, exactly. That's a daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
Wants to
Magically,
push
like
everything.
perfect acrobat.
Yeah. So
In the first chase scene, when they're chasing Bruce through the favela, he just like seems to like have this personal anger towards Bruce for no reason, and you think as like a special operative, you want to be calm and collected, Davis.
yeah,
It's because
I
he's
think it's
jealous
just
of his power.
yeah, exactly. He was jealous of Bruce,
Yeah, but it doesn't
just
really
like how
like
Obadiah was jealous of Tony.
there doesn't really seem to be a reason for him to be jealous, and if there was a reason, it's not very clearly explained in the movie.
He wants strength. That's the reason.
But why? Does he want to take over the world? Does he want to
Bro,
be cool? They don't say why.
why do people work out?
Because they want to get
To
strong.
get strong,
Why do
right?
you take
Exactly.
an
They want
experimental
to get strong.
serum that turned this dude into a monster?
Because he volunteered. He volunteered to take
Why
the
did he
serum.
volunteer?
Because he wanted to get strong. He was jealous of Bruce.
Why does he want to get strong?
He was jealous of Bruce. Bruce had this
Nah, I think
other
the
side to
reason
him that can turn into a big giant
I think the
monster.
reason
He
is,
wanted
remember when
that.
he was talking to Ross, he said, if I remember, I'm gonna try and quote him, but he said, if I could put what I learned now in a body 10 years old, 10 years younger, then that'd be someone I wouldn't want to start a fight with. That was the closest thing we got to a motivation. Closest thing. But he just seems like
I just explained his motivation.
No, you didn't.
Just explained.
No, you didn't.
I just explained it.
There's so many plot holes. I don't like it. I just don't.
Well,
Yeah, I don't have much to say about the villain. I don't like the villain in this story.
That's
know,
yeah, I
mostly,
feel Ross
The
is more of a villain.
The villain is like 25% of the story,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
25% of the story just went straight out the window.
The final
Most-
battle. Actually, no. We'll
Final
get into
battle
that
was
later. We'll get into that
garbage.
in a few. But Ross, like, he's not really a villain, but he's not really the good guy. He's just like
Yeah, he's like an
just
anti-hero.
another
He's like in the middle.
Generic. I'm the big bad
General
Gotta
guy.
take care
Yeah.
of this for my country.
It kind of reminds me of Man of Steel, which is more rewatchable than this
Of course, anything.
because, well, no.
I'd rather go watch paint
no.
dry. Sorry, that's a little excessive.
What?
That's excessive. But I mean it.
Tell you this right now, I'd rather watch this than Captain Marvel.
Would you rather spend 12 hours watching paint dry or watch this movie
For 12 hours?
6 times over?
What? Or I think a better analogy
Yeah,
would be,
would you rather watch paint dry for
12 hours
or
than
watch
watch
Hulk?
this movie?
For 12 hours.
Not for 12 hours, just to watch
But
the
that should
movie.
be equal. But, like, there's just, like, not really a very clear conflict. And I guess you could say it's Bruce versus the Hulk. But as I said, he barely says, a full page of dialogue. So it's hard to understand, what
But-
he really feels.
But that's the
Yeah.
hero arc.
Yeah.
Bruce versus Hulk. That's the hero arc.
Well, let's talk about it then.
I mean,
let's
that's-
talk about him.
That's
Bruce.
basically the hero arc.
Let's talk about Bruce.
Bruce is not a hero.
Oh, Bruce? The worst character in the entire story?
What? No.
That's-
Hulk
he's not
was
the
a better character than
worst.
Bruce.
He's just
Hulk
Bruce-
was Hulk was nice.
Hulk was
His CGI was bad. I just
horrible.
like the
It
way he
wasn't bad.
just.
It was horrible. It was terrible.
I
Slightly better than Black Panther.
That was
slightly.
more like computer generated torture.
Nah,
That's what
that
it felt
was
like to me.
PlayStation 2 Ratchet and Clank boss fight. No, that's a
And again,
compliment
a
to
different
Ratchet and Clank.
studio made these movies.
So
Like they
basically,
both came. Like they both
computer
came out
generated
a
torture.
month from each other.
It's basically just computer generated torture. That's all it is.
Well, no movie is torture. Very close.
This
I'm
movie
saying the
is.
CGI is torture.
Like Bruce, he's not very likable,
Eh,
but he's not hateable.
I mean, some scenes the CGI. Yeah,
he's
he's
just
not
very plain.
hateable.
Ed Norton doesn't really bring anything to the table.
But then again, you got to think about it. This is probably the direction. You know,
Yeah,
Brie
it's-
Larson
you- I
had that
can't-
same
I
problem
can't.
with the
You can't blame
blending.
the actor. You have to blame the writers and the directors.
Yeah,
But,
the
you know,
the
a lot of
writers, the
it's like,
directors, the producers.
he doesn't look like he wants to be there. No, he's just like,
Yeah, because he wanted full control. He wanted full control of the
but still,
project,
that,
and
just
then
because he didn't get full control, that shouldn't make him not do a good job. Like, he should still try and perform as best as he could. You know, seeing Ed Norton do good in other movies, then you just look at him in this one, and you're like, hey, it's kind of disappointing.
but he didn't write like other movies that he was in. He either directed them or he just acted in them, and he didn't have any contribution to the script. In this movie, they brought him along to rewrite a lot of stuff. So he felt as though since he rewrote the story and it was his vision, he should be able to direct it.
Well, maybe if he didn't mess with it, it would have been a better movie. That's always a
But
possibility.
they asked him to do that.
Maybe that was their mistake.
Okay.
But come on, he's not.
I mean, yeah, I mean, the
His
problem
the
with his
acting-
hero arc is that he doesn't want to turn into the thing that everybody wants
Like
him to turn
I
into.
get you see the arc of him learning to trust Banner, but you kind of meant they didn't flesh it out enough because the dialogue was so minimal.
Yeah,
It's
it
not
was
that
a
they
lot
wanted
of
him
boring
to turn
stuff.
into it. They wanted to use it, extract
No,
it, use it
I
for
meant
other
the
purposes.
I meant the audience. Audiences want to see a Hulk movie and want to see the Hulk as a big character, but we don't get that in this movie because we just
You
see
get like
Bruce
I
Banner
think there's,
talking
like,
to a lot of
3
people.
scenes of Hulk.
Yeah,
3.
the end
There's
battle scene,
the end
the
battle
dark
scene,
scene, and
the one at
the
the
daylight
beginning,
scene.
and then the one in the campus. Yeah, and then
Yeah, and on the
between that,
cave, the caves.
you don't
and-
have much time to flesh out the dialogue between Bruce and the other characters. You know, that's probably like the fault on the writers, but you know, you don't learn a lot about them. Like you want to feel like the actors like they desperately
You want to
not
feel
the act-
connected
Yeah,
to the character,
want you to
which
feel
you
a
don't get
connection.
at all.
and they want you to root for this guy, and I just didn't see that. Like we were just laughing at how bad the acting is in the whole movie.
This is my least favorite MCU movie of all time.
I don't know if I can.
Only thing I enjoyed was how bad it was.
It's
And
not
how
the
good
worst.
at being bad it is.
It's not the worst, but I think I have to say it's the least enjoyable. I didn't like.
That's crazy.
Come on,
That's
I know
crazy.
you want to say some stuff. Come on.
That's crazy. Well, you know,
Sterling's gonna pull
Captain
the Captain Marvel
Marvel
card.
Yeah, I
Captain
predicted.
Marvel is kind of
Well, we're not talking about
Captain
Marvel,
Marvel is not
are we?
really enjoyable.
We're not talking about Captain Marvel, are we?
Well, we're not talking about other MCU movies, are we?
We're talking about Hulk.
Yeah, but we're not talking about other MCU
We're
movies.
talking about the MCU. We're saying it was the least enjoyable.
All right.
Well, Captain Marvel.
I want to talk
was
about
actually
the ending. I want to talk about the end fight scene. That's what I want to talk about.
Third act? You want to talk about third act
Third act.
already?
Yes.
Oh, you want to talk about third act?
I
Okay.
want to talk about the third act.
Calm down.
Let's
Third
talk
act
about the third act.
was
I get you like
garbage.
Let's talk.
The whole movie was leading up to something that I
Yes.
thought was gonna happen that
Yeah.
nothing
Mhm.
happened.
I had hope.
Movie-
I had hope for
The
the third act.
was so
I was like, maybe
bad.
maybe it's gonna turn
Better
it
That
than
fight
around.
scene was what 6 minutes long, and
No, it's way
literally
long.
wanted to rip.
6 minutes.
I want to like rip my eyeballs out from that, dude.
I
The
literally
fight scene was
I
12
literally-
minutes.
the CGI was so mind-bogglingly terrible. I didn't know
But
what
it's
was happening.
but it's tolerable though.
No, I guess.
To me, it's tolerable.
I'd
How?
rather see a live action Hulk.
How?
Dude. You know what I'm talking about.
How? Sir, please, how is it tolerable? Like it was just two blobs smashing at
It
each
was
other.
tolerable.
How?
It was like
I
freaking.
I
It
felt
was
like it was
Shrek and the
tolerable.
Princess
What
Shrek.
was
dude. That's
tolerable
all
about
it
it?
was.
Come on, you gotta tell us something.
Everything was tolerable about it.
But
That's just what I'm gonna
they
say.
didn't- The fight didn't feel earned or worth watching.
The fight was earned.
How?
Fight was earned.
Life
Tell
is
me.
not earned.
Tell me.
Throughout the entire movie, he was trying to get rid of this monster, and he has to trust it to save his life, to save innocent people.
How? No, because he barely said anything
Throughout
about the monster.
throughout the entire movie, he doesn't need to say anything because we've seen it. We saw it. We're watching it unfold.
We
But
didn't.
it wasn't
You,
elaborated very
Davis, you
clearly.
didn't give it a chance. That's why you didn't see it.
I
tried
tried to give
to.
it a chance.
I put this on my life. I tried to go into this movie with an open mind. I've heard like few people like you were a very big advocate for this movie. I was like, okay, maybe I'll
I'm a
go and
defender.
watch something. But the
Still
fight
not
between
done.
Abomination,
This is like
a lot of the.
I
Oh, go ahead.
I can't fathom
Yeah, but
how much time I just wasted.
Well, that's because we kept on pausing the movie. You guys had to take breaks.
I had to. I couldn't
Dude,
physically sit there.
Look. At least I sat through the whole movie, unless I went to go do something that actually was,
I
incredible.
fully admit I had to take breaks for watching this, and the listeners, you probably have to too if you plan on watching this.
Look, this is our second movie. I made popcorn for this movie.
Man, I got animal crackers out for this movie.
I enjoyed the popcorn more than I enjoyed this movie.
I had to bring out the
That's
animal
crazy.
crackers. Come on, sir, don't be like that. But
I mean, it's you guys' opinion. I personally don't care. I mean, it's you guys' opinion that you guys hate the movie. Me personally, I like the movie.
it.
I think it's okay, and I'm a defender of it.
Tell us what is okay about this third act.
Defender.
It's just
Oh yeah, the Defender is on Netflix, dude. No, I'm joking.
But a lot of these phase one movies. This is the second movie in a row where the freaking antagonist has a copy and pasted powers from the protagonist. Obadiah
Well, I
Stane
mean,
with the big suit.
Which is why Iron Man was
what's his
better than
name
this
again?
movie.
Blonsky?
Iron Man was better. Was a better movie because it had a better director, a better script.
Better
Well,
than
actually,
everyone.
didn't have a script and a better
It
cast.
did have a script, just not much.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Not a lot.
Just, I tried so hard to like this movie. I wanted to because I like Hulk. I've always liked Hulk. In fact, I had bed sheets of Hulk for the longest time. Because Hulk's a cool character. The premise of the monster living inside. You don't like him when he's angry.
Okay. Since we're talking all this trash, let's just talk about the best things what were the best things we've seen in this movie?
I'm gonna let Sterling go first because there's not much.
The best thing about this movie, man, what's my favorite part about this movie? I think when Blonsky died. I think when he had got kicked, that was fire. I like that part.
Oh,
but
okay, that was funny.
I think yeah. When he had got kicked and then his face hit the tree trunk, that was cool. But I think my favorite part had to be the part in the dang, bro, not the chase. It was right after the chase when Hulk showed up, but we only saw him in the dark. We can only see his eyes and stuff. We didn't see him completely.
My favorite scene.
That sequence before he was shown, I like that.
My favorite scene was when them end credits show. Nah, I'm just playing. But hold on, let me think.
The best scene was
I gotta remember it.
Okay, I'll go since you're remembering.
Yeah.
Best scene, Tony Stark.
Also,
best scene.
I was gonna say this, but I didn't.
Oh,
That
wow.
doesn't really count.
The second best scene.
That's wild.
Second best scene is when Bruce got tranked. I thought he was gonna die, so I was happy.
Wow, that's crazy.
Nah, I'm joking.
I think the scene where Hulk's yelling at the rain.
Actual best. Yeah, that was a good scene when he was outside.
It was a good
CGI
scene.
looked okay, but when he was inside that cave, woo!
The acting from the actors is not
I've
a very good
always
job.
said that.
If just Liv Taylor wasn't there, or just had a better actor there, it would have been a
Or
good scene. It's a
if her
good scene.
voice wasn't whispering,
Yeah.
or if she wasn't whispering throughout the entire movie with that hot breath. I know her breath was
That's
hot.
probably what made him angry.
I'm saying that's why Hulk came out.
And
Stop touching my hair. You know what I mean?
I like the opening
Exactly,
credits. It's done a very poor job because it's all montage. But if they just would have took that montage and made it extra 20 minutes, because let's be honest, you could have shaved off.
Need it.
You could have shaved off the romantic subplot. Hulk didn't need it. And but I
Yeah,
thought like
it was a couple scenes in here that didn't really need to be in here.
yeah, but
But I want it.
if oh my god, that scene where Hulk can't do it because he gets
Yeah, and you know I'm calling BS on that because Hulk fell between Scarlett Johansson's. Okay,
exactly
didn't
should have
didn't
turned
he? You
green.
telling me he didn't exactly? You
He
telling
didn't
me
go
he didn't
green
get
then,
excited?
but he did with Liv. Get out of here!
Liv
And she
Tyler.
was literally endangering everyone just because she want to smash. She want that Hulk
Oh
smash.
God,
Like everyone in
I
that
just
motel
realized
would have
that,
been dead, donezo, just because she wants some.
bro. Just thinking about it, like Hulk and Betty just boom, like God.
Bro, remember what Drax said in Volume 2? He would have smushed her.
Oh, bro,
And
that's
then
crazy,
we didn't
man.
talk about it in the characters, but another funny scene, when the leader smashed his head, I was like, thank
Oh
God he's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
die.
Nah, he
Uh,
didn't. He's
he
just roaming around the MCU.
hopefully
Know what to
forever and
be
not
found.
don't come back. That'd be very
He's
good.
coming back as She-Hulk.
No, I'm not watching She-Hulk if he does.
Wait, who? Who's coming back?
Leader,
The leader.
big
The leader is
forehead,
actually a
Mr.
pretty
Blue.
cool character because he can actually mind control
Yeah,
people.
in
But
the comics
he,
and stuff, but in this,
yeah,
they could
and
have chosen a way better
Hulk can't
actor
get mind control. Hulk can't
because he's
get mind
dumb.
control, can he? Oh,
Pretty much, that's
yeah.
why, because he's dumb. It's a very
But
harsh way
honestly,
to
I
put it.
felt like the movie, like the scene like in the little the beer warehouse somewhere. I don't know where it was at, the little
At
factory
the
place.
in Portugal,
Yeah, it built suspense with the music. The
but
music was good.
it was an
You gotta
undercut.
agree. The music was good.
Yeah, that's the one thing I said it earlier. The teeny tiny little percent I liked was the soundtrack. The soundtrack of
So,
this movie is very good. I will say
like
that.
I have a ranking on my personal channel. Like if you're hearing this, if anybody's hearing this, I have
Please
a ranking on my personal channel where I ranked all the MCU themes.
go
I
check
did
out
put this
Stern.
one lower,
I'll put it in
but
the
yeah, go check
description.
me out.
SW Nation, no, very good content. If you like
Yeah.
Ninjago, MCU,
MCU.
ranking CW,
CW Arrowverse. Yeah.
just go check it out. But back on topic, the soundtrack.
Yep.
And when he was in Portugal, like there was a lot of percussion and drums.
Yeah. I like that
The
stuff.
chicks
I swear to bro. Wait. Let's get off track real quick. I swear to God, that little kid stole something from Bruce.
Oh yeah, when he was begging
I
after he had an incident, I swear he had
yeah.
his. I swear that kid just boot ganged him.
Bro, Davis think that he gave him some money. I don't think that. I
Nah,
think he took that watch.
No, I think
He
he
took
gave
the
him money.
watch.
He gave him money, and then he bought clothes.
yeah, that's what they set it up to
Yeah, I
be. But
mean,
the way it was shot, it looked
yeah,
like that kid
and
just ran over, yeet some cash, and then ran.
oh God, like he took the watch. I think he took the
And
watch.
then
I
the
don't know.
scene where he's just hiking in Guatemala with the violin in the background, that was
Yeah,
so
they
good.
had beautiful scenery.
Yeah, the
They had really beautiful
cinematography is
scenery.
very good. And
Yeah, but very early 2000s, just like how Iron Man
yeah,
cinematography was. It was very early
it was kind of
2000s.
cheesy, but it was very, very
Yeah,
nice. And you had these subtle moments of just really. It was just a scene designed to let you hear the music.
yeah. You can see the colors too. Like most MCU movies
Yeah,
don't really
the
have a
final
lot of
scene
color.
where he was writing the letter. That was it was
Yeah,
the music was really good.
yeah. So
A lot of the music in this movie is like really good. Like the action scenes, like when he's in the campus.
yeah,
It's just like
it's
it wakes you
yeah
up from the coma that the movie puts you in.
the music is very
Invigorating.
top
Gives you
tier.
like
Yeah,
you're
but I do believe other MCU themes are better than this one.
yes,
But
this one's
I have it lower, but
it's
it's still very nice.
It's like
very
the
well done.
ambient soundtrack is good, but the main
Yeah.
soundtrack's kind of iffy.
I like the main soundtrack. I like all the soundtracks in this movie.
Yeah,
But it stood out to me.
Honestly, they were forgettable.
Dun, dun,
I
dun,
don't remember
dun,
any of them.
dun, 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 dun,
It just
dun, 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 dun. Like it's suspenseful, like
yeah, it's suspenseful in the movie.
like if you're asleep and then that blast through your house, bro, you gonna feel like somebody's gonna kill
If
you.
anything blasts at your house, you're gonna feel like someone's gonna kill you.
yeah, not Incredible Hulk music, but the soundtrack. There's a lot of just like short and like somber moment. I think the music
Yeah,
is very good way of pertaining the story or telling the story.
they had the 1960s Incredible Hulk. soundtrack in there
Well,
too.
I don't know what that sounds like.
When he was walking away and he was trying to hitchhike. I think hitchhike, right? Yeah, he was
Uh,
walking away in the rain and he
I
was
don't think it's
hitchhiking.
Hitchhike.
That
Maybe.
scene is directly from the 1960s
Excuse me.
Incredible Hulk. So
But
I'd rather watch that than watch this.
that's
I'd
crazy.
rather watch Ang Lee Hawk, honestly. Like this movie, the soundtrack is what made
Oh,
me not turn this movie off.
I can't get into Ang Lee's Hulk. Like I
It's
can't.
not a good movie by far. It's just so corny and funny that it just
Like,
makes a better viewing experience.
I never remembered Ang Lee's Hulk.
It's good.
I remember all I remember was the comic book style,
It's
like
good 'cause it's
sequences, like
bad. Yeah.
how it switched between the scenes. I like the comic book style type of thing. It is very nice, well done.
But you know,
That's not MCU. That's
speaking of
I'm
MCU,
like-
at the beginning of this recording, you said it's a black sheep because
yeah.
it doesn't really fit well into this cinematic universe that they've established.
No, it doesn't.
They,
It's
they
very
replaced
different. They
him.
only have like little subtle in the other movies.
They replaced him.
Tony Stark.
Like the only
Yeah,
thing that really
Tony
tied
Stark.
this movie in is of course, Tony Stark at the end, and
Ross.
later in which movie? Iron Man 2 and Avengers, where you can see the small snippets of the battle. But yeah, this movie,
and
like,
then you also have Harlem, the little Harlem incident.
Yes.
The fact that Bruce almost kills himself. I don't know how he got the anti. And the Captain America shield was in Incredible Hulk.
what?
It was in the deleted scene.
Well, the deleted scene doesn't count then.
The deleted scene is that Hulk is the one who found Captain America.
Yeah, but in the Avengers, he even said that he put a gun to his mouth and the other guy spit it out.
But where was that in this movie?
It was a deleted scene.
Well, then deleted scenes, you can't really count them, can you? Because they're deleted.
You can count them, but
Not really
that
when
doesn't mean
stacking
like
them up.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that it's not canon, but you know, we didn't see it and if we didn't have deleted scenes, then we would
it's
never
not
known
canon.
what that.
Don't even give me
Like,
that.
I'd say
It's
this
canon.
movie.
It
that,
is canon.
It's
This
not
movie is-
canon.
The bullet
This
is
movie is canon.
because he
No,
mentioned
not
it's
for the
canon,
show.
Sterling,
I know
but
it's canon movie.
not
I'm
very.
talking about the end credit scene.
A lot of the stuff that happens in this movie is kind of forgettable, like Thunderbolt Ross's daughter. She's never brought up again.
Nah, no.
The only thing
Blonsky's
that's-
never brought up again. The
Blonsky's
leader's never brought up again.
Abomination, Leader, Live, just everything that
My
happened
thing
in
is-
this movie is not brought up.
In the Avengers, they should at least name drop Blonsky.
Yeah, they could have like when they said he broke Harlem. They could have
Yeah.
they could have like had a like a reference saying, you know, maybe it was an abomination. No, just
Yeah, like just a little gag, you know.
But this movie,
Well,
I think like it's forgettable not only to the viewers but like the whole MCU.
The creators were
Yeah,
like,
they like
oh my
people
god,
just
why
kinda
did I
burst-
do that?
Yeah,
yeah,
did
like
Feige produce
exactly.
this?
Marvel tries to forget this movie.
Did Feige produce this?
Wait, is it?
Yeah,
Is it even in the
Feige-
Infinity Saga?
Feige was in on
thing?
it
this?
is.
It is.
It is. Feige and Avi Arad. Avi Arad had a lot of significance in the first Iron Man.
Yeah, but he also ruined Spider-Man 3. But you know, we're not talking about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But, this movie, like, I just wish it was better. Like,
Well, I mean, what fits this movie into the MCU is Stan Lee cameo.
yeah,
I mean,
Stanley.
every
Everyone loves Stan Lee.
MCU movie, every MCU movie has like a Stan Lee cameo. Almost every Marvel movie has a
Rest
Stan
in
Lee
peace,
cameo,
Stan. Rest in
except for
peace.
Far From Home. Far From Home doesn't have it. Yeah, R.I.P. to
Sadly.
Stan Lee, to the
No,
Most High.
Everyone Stanley's, but no, this one sucks because Stanley pretty much died in this movie. It's implied
Yeah.
that he died.
That's how much they care.
That's how
That's how much
little.
Avi Arad cares. You know what? This is the thing. Let's all agree on this. It's Avi Arad's fault.
Yeah, Avi Arad, he ruins
just agree
everything
on
he
that.
touches.
Exactly.
He ruins
He ruined
Spider-Man.
the Incredible Hulk.
ruined
They had a
Hulk.
good
He
concept.
killed Stanley.
I'm saying the only thing that he didn't ruin was Iron Man, and they ruined that in Iron Man 2. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Wow.
But this movie,
Wow. Iron Man 2 is not...
what did even happen? Like, Banner like cut himself on a walkie-talkie somehow.
I think so. It was like
Then
a
it
open
fell through
circuit.
like 3 floors through
The
great
CGI was bad
But
on that. I'm agree
magic
with
they
you,
were
though.
into a
trying to
bottle.
show off the CGI. They were trying to show it
Yeah, they
off.
were
It
trying to make it
didn't
look
work.
like,
Yeah.
oh, look how good this is. I was like,
Hey, but
what?
yeah, it didn't age well. But back in that time, that's all they had.
Yeah, that's
you know?
all I had. You can't really, but you think that's all they had 2 years prior, Iron Man 1. Beautiful CGI.
2
Amazing.
months.
That's the 2 years.
I think Iron Man actually I think Hulk may have had a higher budget than Iron Man.
No,
Maybe.
Hulk. I think Hulk had a less budget because of Universal, because of the backlash that they got from the previous Hulk movie. They wasn't eager to make another Hulk movie.
Mm.
So Marvel said, "Well, hey, if you guys make this Hulk movie, it's probably going to do well because Iron Man did well."
But
Well, no, because Iron Man wasn't even
back
made yet.
on the
So they
Stan
said,
Lee cameo. Sorry, keep finish.
Yeah.
Finish.
"Yeah, my bad." They said that it was gonna be they said it was gonna be like interconnected with this universe. So Universal made the movie, and because of the backlash, they didn't make any more Incredible Hulk movies.
But you know,
You can tell there was room for a sequel.
what?
No.
Yeah,
There was?
You can tell the
I
leader.
couldn't.
The leader.
Okay, I'll give you that.
They wanted to make another sequel, but since the backlash didn't go too well,
And maybe it's for the better that we didn't get one. Cause think how weird that would have been if it was just Ruffalo, or if they kept Norton. Do you really think Norton would do good as the Hulk that's in the current MCU?
has his own franchise. No, he's a good Bruce Banner, not a great Hulk.
Yeah, and Stan Lee in this movie, touching back
Is
on him for
dead.
a little bit. He's dead. He drank Hulk juice and died. I don't want to see Stan Lee getting hurt.
He drank Hulk piss, dude.
Yeah,
That's
Hulk
pretty much
Hulk
what it
piss
was.
is
That
something
juice
else.
did not
bro.
look good.
Yeah,
And how do you not see that? Like, it was a
you saw a
giant
lot of Hulk
red
piss
blop in the bottle
mixed
that
in
got
with
through
the
shipping,
green and the yellow.
that
Like
got
you
through
can
shipping, got through the conveyor, packaged with other bottles, sent to a store, put on shelves. Then Stan Lee went and bought that.
He drank. It had the label Hulk piss on it.
But, like, how do you not see it? Like, even when there's like a small drop of like maybe like something in your drink, you notice it. You can
I
see
mean,
it. And if there was like
and
red
man,
mist floating around, you tell me like, oh, it's just part of the flavor. Gulp, gulp, gulp.
it probably was just part of the flavor. Like
But
Stanley survived that, man.
the only
died.
thing that was good about the end of this movie was the post-credit scene. But you can't even call it a post-credit scene because it wasn't after the
It's really
credits.
not.
It was
Yeah,
just the
they
final
didn't
shot of
have
the movie.
any other scenes. Just that. I thought it was the post-credit scene.
Well,
I thought the thing just like I thought the scene happened after all the credits, just like
yeah.
Iron Man.
Universal can't even
But-
get the post-credit right, and it
Yeah.
pretty much sets
Obvious
up.
Rod. It's obvious Rod.
It's obvious.
all
It's
his fault.
obvious. And it's just like Tony Stark setting up Avengers. Maybe it would have been better if it was Nick Fury, but they probably just brought Downey in just because they could.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
but-
it was being filmed at the same time as Iron Man. So
Was it?
Yeah.
What?
And-
yeah, around the same time.
Iron Man
Yeah,
2?
yeah,
Oh, you're
'cause
talking
they-
about Iron Man 2, right?
And
Oh,
Iron
yeah,
Man
Iron
2
Man
happened
2.
before Incredible Hulk. Anyway.
It did?
Yeah, the sequences of events happened before Incredible Hulk.
But
It was Iron
So,
Man,
if
Iron Man
Iron Man
2,
was in
Incredible Hulk, and then
2010,
Thor.
Then when was?
I don't know, they kind of messed up the timeline with
Yeah, when they said
Homecoming.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that timeline getting big messed up.
This movie, like,
Well,
I had fun
talking about
watching it with you
timelines.
guys. I had fun watching
was-
it with
Yeah,
you
it
guys.
was pretty cool.
More people.
But if I just watched
Yeah.
this movie on my own, I don't think I could sit through it.
Honestly,
I mean, I can sit through it. It's a great movie. I really enjoy it. I mean,
I wanted
you guys
to,
hated.
Sterling.
I
I wanted
enjoyed
to.
it.
I tried. But
Oh yeah, you tried.
I just
I enjoyed watching it. Going and how bad it was. But I think I'm done with this. So
I went in with it very
Yeah.
neutral. But I
Next.
just came out disappointed. But Sterling, guys, like
Yeah.
we did at the end of Iron
Um,
Man, I just wanna
yeah.
where would you guys put this on an S to F tier? I'm
I'm
pretty sure
putting at C.
Sterling, you put A on Iron Man last week, and Davis, you put B, and I put A. So now Incredible Hulk, where did you guys put that on a tier?
I'm putting it at C.
C?
sorry,
Me
it's
personal.
going straight to D, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say with D. It's not the worst. It's not an F. It's not a horrible, putrid movie. It's just, it's not good. I wouldn't recommend this
No.
to someone.
I think it's only one MCU
If I'm telling
Yeah,
that I'm
someone to
putting in
watch the
D.
MCU,
no
I'm telling them
movie,
not to watch Hulk.
no movie is
Yeah, because I
horrible.
mean, there's no reason to watch Hulk
Because
anyway.
guys, every movie is someone's favorite. This movie is
Yeah.
someone's favorite out there. And, you know, we tried to see what was good about
And if it is your favorite, die. No, I'm kidding.
You can't say.
No, good for
No.
you. Good for you if it's your favorite.
Yeah, if this
I
is your
don't think it's my
don't
favorite.
take
I
this as an
enjoyed it.
attack. Don't take this as an attack. If you love this movie, you know, go out there with your Hulk T-shirt and your Ed Norton body pillow and celebrate. But
Yeah.
for us, you know, just us three, two of us don't like it.
Yeah.
One of us kind
Gotta
of
live
likes it.
got Liv Tyler wide open with
Okay,
Hulk's
so
giant
two of
meaty.
us
hmm?
have an IQ over 90, and one of us
That's
has
you
IQ.
can't. That's mean.
Okay.
That's
Get
very
off.
disrespectful. You know what? Get off the podcast. End the podcast.
End it.
You know
End
what?
it.
This is the
We're
Marvel
ending.
Rewatch, episode 2, Incredible 2. I mean, no, Incredible Hulk. Next week we're doing Iron Man 2.
Check it.
Check out my channel down in
Down in the description. Make sure
below.
to check out Stearns.
Yeah.
If you like this content, he does it.
Yeah.
Slightly worse.
I does a lot
slightly
of it.
worse on his. I'm just playing.
I does a lot.
Slightly
Sterling's,
worse.
Sterling's content is very
I
good.
now
Please
see where
go,
your alliance.
please go watch it.
Please.
But
Please.
Look,
I'm trying to
even
link
if you
up.
don't watch
I'm
it,
trying to
if you
link with
could,
Daniel Kahn.
just-
I'm trying to
oh
link
my
with Daniel
God.
Kahn.
Cone, Daniel Cone, never coming on the show.
That's her name,
Kahn.
Cone?
Yes, it's Cone. But
Okay,
I-
off topic.
as we said, Iron Man 2 next week. No, I'm very excited for Iron Man 2. And if I'm
Very
just let you guys know here,
got the steel book.
Iron
I
Man
got the
2
steel
is
book.
my favorite movie of the Iron Man
With
trilogy.
that 4K Ultra HD Disney Plus. Can't wait for that.
Saying,
Yeah.
all right,
Anyway, all right. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace.
see you.